lines come out just a little bit. Perfect. There we go. Okay, everybody's looking cool. As you can see, we have a stencil on this one, as you can tell by that wood pattern. But do you know what the stencil's shape is? That's the question for this evening. So type it in right now. What do you think it is before I tell you what it is, or before you go look and find out what it is? What do you think the stencil shape is? Let us know. I'm going to take my liquid clear. We're going to apply it around all areas of the stencil. And in fact, of course, it's Paint with Josh. We've been waiting around all day, and then I'm not even ready to go. Like that. That's how it works around here. So let's take that liquid clear, and we're going to apply it to our canvas, trying to drag in from the outer edges of your stencil. You do not want the clear to sneak underneath there, and it tries to. It tries to do it with the brush bristles, and we'll try to get up underneath our stencil. And all we need to do is make it wet enough in order for all of our paint to slide around and blend. So what do you think the shape is? And then I'll let you know exactly what it is right here in just a minute. Type it in the comments. What do you think the shape is that we're going to be painting on today? It'll be a cool little Halloween-y scene. It's going to be fantastic. So type it out now. What do you think? And I'm going to come and always, always, always remove the excess clear from our canvas. Get it out of there, man. You do not want it on there to cause you any further issues. Now let's get out some colors. Because again, why? Just why on earth would I want to be ready? Nobody wants to be ready before a show. Who does that? We're going to get out our Indian yellow, or in this case, India yellow from the Gamblin 1980 set. We're going to need our madder carmine paint from Meaden, that's for sure. A little bit of that madder carmine. And then some other stuff we can get out later. Let's get some of our blue. Now, I'm using the ultramarine blue from the Meaden set. You can use Prussian blue or Phthalo blue or whatever. Just make sure it's a darker blue color. A little bit of our crimson, and I think we'll be ready to go. Perfect. I did a tutorial earlier today. I literally painted the sea turtle earlier today and then released the video on the same day, just so you guys could see. Now that we've got our clear on there, you guys check in. Tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? Let me know. Pretty sure you can already see the stencil, especially when we move out of the way. You can very easily see what the shape is, right? So we're painting on a cool little bat today. We have these available in our store. You can get them all over the place. Gonna drag in our India yellow, which is from the Gamblin 1980 set. It's very much like Bob Ross Indian yellow. Very much the same color. Gonna drag it down here. We're gonna blast it onto our sky, into our bat, and everywhere else. I'm gonna put it down here along the bottom as well, just to have it there. Remember, go over the exterior of your stencil. Don't just try to fit all the paint inside the stencil area. Go over it, because it makes it cool when you go to pull it off, right? Now, we'll come in here. We're going to take a little bit of our madder carmine color, and we're going to start to mix it into the center of our bat right here. We need a little bit more than that, Josh. Just a little bit. Oops, that might be too much now. It's all about the right amount of paint, right? Take our madder carmine, and we're going to start mixing that with a lot of pressure, pushing it along, getting all that color to mix and blend with the India yellow, which is from the Gamblin set of colors. And the more that we mix it, the more the yellow and the crimson are going to mix together, and they're going to make this beautiful orange color that's going to ignite our scene. The whole thing is just going to be these two undercolors. We're going to blend out, crisscrossing, working them together until we'll have this really neat thing. Now, we're not going to know what it looks like until we go light it up with our colors, but I'm thinking that looks really neat. Let's just take a little bit more of that madder carmine and mix it in, just so we have a really vibrant sky, vibrant bit of color. We're going to take a little bit more of our India yellow as well. Put that guy along the top, just again mixing it right down over the brush, right down over the stencil, right down over everything. Yeah, guys, this one's going to be really neat. So if you like this one, make sure you head over to paintwithjosh.com and grab it up. And you're going to want to come back and tell us what to name it. And then everybody start thinking about a name for this painting as we go along, right? Now, the only way we're going to be able to tell what it looks like is if we start adding some white paint. But we've got a brush full of color, so let's go wash this guy out. And then we'll see what it looks like, you guys. Remember, you can also find these stencils. They're available in all different shapes and sizes. All sorts of stuff. Different bats and skulls, motorcycles, Bigfoot. We've got literally anything you can think of. We even have Mando and Baby Yoda in a stencil that you could paint on and make it look really cool. You just gotta head over there and check it out. The mods will tell you how to get that. So, dab off our brush on paper towel. Let's get up in here and grab some of our titanium white. Pull it down onto our brush just like we would if it was blue or crimson or yellow if we're doing our sky. And we're gonna start up real high up here. Oh, look at that orangey color, you guys. That is fantastic. The more that we wiggle down, and dragging from the outside over here. Let's leave a nice dark area, and let's try to put a little bit of that white paint down in here as well. There. You guys, that is seriously gorgeous. Look at this color. Look at this color. That is amazing, right? The more you play around, the more you mix it and blend it, the more it's going to blend together. So we get to decide what it looks like, how dark, how this, how that. We just want it to spread and stretch the entire distance of the canvas. That way we'll have this really cool little thing when we pull it off. That almost looks like a freaking seascape right there. Can we paint an ocean scene inside of a bat? Would that be weird? Would that be weird? Answer my question. Would that be weird if I were to put an ocean scene inside of a bat stencil? Because it already looks like one out there, right? Now, I think it'd be a little bit weird too. It would be weird, right? Don't you think? Just a little bit. I love that sky so much. I think I'm just gonna leave that sky exactly how it is, you guys, honestly. That is cute beans. Look at this. The more we mix this guy up, right, the more it's gonna spread that paint around. Blending together so we get to decide when to stop. I want it to be brighter along the top, getting darker in the center, and then brighter along the bottom, which is exactly what we're doing here, right? So, all right, let's throw in just a little cloud. I was debating whether or not to throw some clouds in this guy, but let's do it. A couple little bits of our white out there. And let's just say we came in like this, just making a big old mushy old mess, right? Wherever it wants to be. You want it to be really bright, you gotta add some more paint in there. You want it to be more faint and mix in and blend in with our sky. Then we gotta leave less paint up there, right? Let's dab off our brush. You can use your big old 2-inch brush too. Get in here and start wiggling down on these clouds. And the more that we make our little circles up, the more they'll mix down and blend and turn into these soft little things out here in the night, right? We don't want to go down too far. But that's a cool little bit of a cloud right there, don't you think? Just, oh, don't you know, out there in the night. Why don't we, oh man. Should we do green or should we keep it all like orangey yellow? Let's keep it limited palette. Let's go a little bit of white, a little bit of our India yellow. Right, so get that same kind of color. This is why we left it a bit darker. So, what if we came down like this and we just, ooh, look at that. Just tapped in this little line of grass out there. Go back over that same color. Let's go a little bit underneath this guy, right? A bit further over. Same color again. A little bit underneath it, a little bit further over. Further over, further over. The more we go over to the side, right? The more we have to go down on this angle. If we're going down on this angle, that means we can't just keep dropping these down. Otherwise, we're going to make a big old rectangle, right? So if we're coming down this way, tapping in all these, look at that orangey grass, you guys. That is fantastic. Remember, you can grab this painting. You just got to know where to go to get it. Look at that out there in the night. The more we tap over that top line, the less bright it will become as well. Oof. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at this for a little scene already. Isn't it just, we literally paint these things live. Never done one like this. Never done a little orangey grass thingy, right? We're literally making it up and seeing how I would do it if I were you. If I was having this idea and being you, right? How would you do it, Josh? Well, this is exactly how I would do it out there, right? Very flat, again, making a triangle. So it's sort of flat along the top, at this angle down here, straight along the edge. That's gonna make our little triangle section. Now let's get underneath that guy with a little bit of our liquid white. And we'll take our liquid white mix it in with our titanium white and our India yellow that's right there. It's going to mix in as soon as it hits on canvas anyway, right? We've got all those dark undercolors down there. So a little bit of our very bright, very runny color. And then let's take him, and you can either do one of two ways, right? You can come out here and scrape it. Start scraping it and scraping it. But a lot of people have trouble scraping in the color off the blade like that, right? It's not the easiest thing to do. It requires a little bit of practice, right? So the easier thing to do is to come right up underneath our grass and pull down. Right up underneath our grass, pull down, pull down. The only thing that we're doing is leaving a dark separator, right? Not unlike our seascape paintings where we're trying to leave that bit of darkness in between, right? We're trying to get very close. On these river or lake paintings, you can leave a bigger section there because that grass has to have a bit of, I would say, dirt or mud underneath it, right? So we'll come in here, we're gonna pull it down. I want you to tell me, does this look like just a wet bit of rivery, runny water? Or tell me what you think it does look like. If it doesn't look like a river, what do you think it looks like right there? You tell me. What's that look like to you? Right? Just comment. What's it look like to you? In the night. Looks like a waterfall. We get that all the time, you guys. Waterfall, waterfall. Now watch this. What if we took with the same amount of force and pulled those vertical streaks and made them all horizontal streaks? Now, what's it look like? Looks like a little bit of shiny, watery, reflecting our clouds, or what? You tell me. Look like water now? Yeah? Or no? Oh man, that's fantastic. Now, in literally 12 minutes, we've done this whole thing, start to finish, and we're ready to peel off our little guy right here. Okay, and then we're gonna put in some foreground into this scene. So, if you're ready to see what it looks like when it's all peeled off, just type in the words, I'm ready, or yes, and then we'll start to rip this contact paper off. This stuff is so cool, literally. You can get it on my site. They're right there, they're available. You can get the bat shapes. We have skulls, we have Bigfoot, we have animal shapes, we have paw prints. We've got bears, all sorts of different stuff over there. You just gotta go check it out. Look at that though. Isn't that neat? Just amazing. Are you ready to see it? Okay. Looks like you guys are ready. What is this shape gonna be, Josh? Well, oh my God, look at how crisp that is, dude. Let's take this. There it is. Oh my goodness and a half. Would you just look at this beauty of a bat? Just look at, holy shaving cream, you guys. That is crisp. That is clean. If you're just asking me. Now, I'm thinking maybe we'll put just a little bit of a gravestone or something right in here with a bit of a tree poking right through his guy. But look at that. What a cool shape, right? Isn't that just insane? Groovy, man. It's crisp. You have to put the at the end. Crisp. Look at that though. That orangey grass, that is fantastic. Okay, let's come in and we'll put in like a tree on this side of the river, right? We're on this side of the river over here. So let's mix up a little bit of our black, a little crimson, a little blue. And every time we do these paintings, guys, there's another chance to do it a bit differently, right? These stencils are pretty inexpensive. You can get them. I would get one or two just in case you mess up the first one, because it takes a little bit of getting used to put these guys on. And then gesso over it so it stays nice and crisp. And then paint your scene. Gosh, it's gonna be cool. Now that we're out here on a dry, bare canvas, okay, the paint is going to act differently than it did when we were on our wet section of canvas. So what we're going to need to do is, let's see, we're gonna put a big old tree like right here. And let's do it close enough that we're gonna leave the exterior of the guy. So we'll put one there. Screw it, let's just cover over his whole wingtip out on the edge over here, right? We put one big tree out here, and then we'll do like a little gravestone or something out here, put a little bit of grass underneath him. That's the idea anyway. So let's take we're gonna do something crazy too, you know what? Because I haven't done this before, so we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna take the smallest bit of our liquid clear, little bit, onto our fan brush that we're going to use to make the tree, okay? I don't need a whole lot. I just want the paint to slide like it does when it's over this wet canvas, the same as when it's over a dry canvas. So if I mix in my liquid clear right here, That should allow it, and remember, I do not want a whole lot. I don't want it to be runny, right? It's not dripping wet. Just want a little bit of the clear to help this guy. And I'm telling you, we gotta go full. Should I cover his little bat wing out here, or should I leave just the tip of it exposed? Right, because we could put it right there, and it would leave the tip of the wing exposed, covering some of this wing, right? Or we come out along the edge and clip off the tip of the wing out there. What do you think? Leave the tip, leave the tip, leave it. Okay, so we got to come right through it then. I got you. I got you. Okay, right here. Here we go. So let's take our brush. We're going to go full brush. Let's go lengthwise this way. That does help it slide a lot easier. Let me tell you that. Back and forth. Bang. Right? Now, the bigger that we make this guy, the closer it's going to be. So we get to decide. It does help the paint slide a little easier. We get to decide what it's going to look like, how big it is, how dark, all that stuff. It's all up to us. And I think I want him even bigger. There we go. There we go. Nice and large. Right? Just dragging it out. Extending my trunk. And a little humpy in some places, but otherwise, there we go. Very good. Just fantastic, okay? Now, we're also going to put a bush and some different things out here, but I said I was going to show you how to paint a little gravestone. So let's take some of that black paint, our mixture of our paint, which is black mix, okay? And let's just see, we've got a little thing out here, maybe right in there. We're going to go over to the side and down, then over to the side and down. A little rounded top right up there. The fan brush will pretty much do it for you, right? You just have to allow that fan brush to do it. So over to the side, down. We're going to fill in this intersection right here. We're going to put some little grassy bits underneath this guy too, so don't worry about it. All right, drag it down a little bit further than you think you need. Going over the edge, just like that. Now we have got to go highlight this little guy, but you don't need liquid white. You don't need anything else, but a little bit of our titanium white, okay? The titanium white on the fan brush is going to mix in with our plaque mix. So the more that you mix it over, the more gray it will become. Right? Then you get to decide which side do we want to have our round bit on. Right? Do we want to have the round bit on that? Well, that's a lot of light. Just mix it in more. Right? The more we go over it, the more it's going to mix and mix and mix. Pulling it down, pulling it down, pulling it down. Right? You can see we've got a little gravestone out there. Right? Just a little old guy. Doesn't have to be too big, doesn't have to be too bright, doesn't have to do anything. Right? Get him out there. The fan brush. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Light little top. There we go. Now, off of this back side, you have to have a darker area off of our back side. Right? So we're going to go over it a little bit less. And now we're going to take a liner brush. A very small amount of our odorless mineral spirits. We're going to put it into that plaque mix. Very small amount, okay? Now we need a little bit of help steadying our hand out here, okay? So take the liner brush, put it on the tip of this guy, and then we're going to go back. And then get bigger and bigger and bigger as we come this way, right? And then down. That's going to help make him look more 3D. If you just have this one little outline here, right? So we'll come back here. Bigger, down the side. Making sure that this side is darker than the rest of our little gravestone, right? And if we can make him darker than the whole rest of it, it'll make him look more 3D. Clean up the line around the top. Bang, right there. Over there. Bang, right? Now he's got a little bit of a bit of body to him, as you can clearly see. Right? All depends on how big, how thick you want to make it. Right? All up to you. Then we'll come down here and we'll start throwing in some grass underneath our right now. We had that orangey grass, which was a mixture of our titanium white and our India yellow. So we can come out here and we can start tossing in underneath our little guy. Little dabs of grass. Right? Out there, you can cut right across your little tree. It's going to make it a little darker, but we'll just go back and get some more paint. Right? The more paint that we use, the more is going to cover over that darker area. We even get some of our liquid white out if we need to. Right? Tapping it. The more you tap it in, the more like grass it starts to look, using our brush, even have a bit of shadowing back behind our tree back there. You know what I mean? How easy do you want yours to be? It's all up to you. Then we'll go put some big old stuff on our trunk, you guys. Just a big old stuff. A bunch of branches, a bunch of bark, right off of our tree. Snapping this guy back, a little bit back here. Just leave a little section of our darker shadow back behind him, just a little bit. Fabulous, you guys. Dudes, that looks freaking cool, if you ask me. That's all I gotta say. Oh, man, what are we gonna write on this thing right here? All sorts of things we can do. All right, we can put the owners, like if somebody grabs this one during the show, we can put your initials on it. We could put my initials right there and just, you know, sign the painting in that spot. So many different things. Now, let's get out here and let's decide if we're gonna see any branches, they're gonna have to project out into those light areas, right? Otherwise, you're just not going to notice that they're even there. And so, we'll make a little bit bigger section at the base, letting it trail out into nothing, right? Get my big old head out of the way. You can even come off of this side if you wanted to. We're not gonna see many of those details as they're coming out over there. Right? It's against that black canvas, you just really won't see a lot. Come through here, right? It's gonna help your brain following along all these little things. And then if you wanted to, you could do all sorts of different foliage or whatever, or make little flicks here, little bits there. How big do you want your little branch? How many little guys do you want coming off of it? Right? You can spend hours doing branches like that, seriously. The more you do, the more it's gonna look like your painting, right? So do however many you want, remembering you're not gonna really focus a lot on these guys over here. Now let's grab our palette tool. We're gonna grab our two brown colors and we're gonna make up some tree bark. Get all that darkness, those two brown colors mixed together. It's very thick paint, they're very dry paints. Right? And that way, when we come out here, if all of our light is off to this side, we're gonna start tapping onto our tree. Just getting those things to stick. Right? So we're tapping it and pulling away. Tapping, pulling away. Tapping, removing, removing, removing. Right? We're not dragging, we're just literally tapping at it, giving it that texture, like a spackle almost. Right? Come out here. Tap onto it, tap, 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 tap. You gotta take your darkness about 60% of the way across the thing. And if you, whoever grabs this one, if you feel this when it's all dry, it's literally gonna feel like tree bark if you're tapping it on. Look at all that texture on that. Look at all the paint. Like we scoop up this roll of paint out there. That's a little bit big. A little bit roll of paint out there. And you're just tapping against it, dropping off all that dark paint. Okay, now, we're gonna come back over here, take some of our yellow ochre, right? Grab our yellow ochre. We're gonna mix about 70% with about 30% of that darker brown mix. And that's gonna give us this gorgeous yellowish brownish color, which is going to be our highlight mix, right? So we'll come off of here, we'll tap onto our little tree, and instantly you can start seeing little details form, whether it's a gap in the color, and now you've got a little bit of ridge in your thing, or it starts tapping its way back here, losing that shadow. You don't want everything to connect, remember. All right, come off of this guy, a little tap, 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 all the way down. We're trying to leave some gaps. We're trying to leave some ridges. We're trying to leave some stuff that is different, right? It's not all the same out there. Not every tree trunk even looks all the same out there, right? So we're tapping it in different places, letting it get brighter in some places, letting it remain darker in other places. And we're giving it all this texture. Look at that texturous feel. It's literally bouncing off of the canvas now, right? As long as I keep my shadow in the way. Otherwise we get the glare coming in from outside. But look at this one, guys, seriously. If you wanna have a little touch, I'm talking about the smallest touch of brightness on these guys. You do not wanna go all the way out to the edge. Right? Your brain will do it for us. We don't have to see everything going all the way out to the edge of our branches. Right? Tap on little bits, just kind of guiding us out that way. I'm telling you, don't put too much on them. You're not gonna like it if you do. That's a really cool painting right there though, guys. You see our river going by, got a little gravestone out here in the front. It's really cool. Now you guys start coming up with a title for this one. I'm gonna go pipe in the old bird signature back in there. And then we're gonna be in good shape, you guys. Yes! And all you gotta do is head over and grab this one during the show. Maybe we'll put some initials on our little gravestone down here. It looks really 3D as it's sitting up here in the front, man. Let's go, cacao. There, over there, over here. Let the birds fly in through. This one came out neat. I really like it. Really like it, guys. So, I figured it was going to be a quick one. Even with all the extra added details, still only took 25 minutes. I can't wait, literally, to see your guys' versions of this painting or any one of the stencil paintings. If you get a stencil, please paint on it and send it in to me. I can't wait to see it. They're just so cool. And once you do that first peel, it is so satisfying. You just want to keep doing it, doing it, and doing it. So, this one came out awesome. You guys have been amazing. And we can fix these little bleed over areas. When the whole painting gets dry, you're going to lacquer over or put liquid clear all over the whole thing, and it'll make it as dark black as our tree is back here, which just really adds to the depth, gives it a little bit of gloss on it, and looks fantastic. So, can't wait to see your guys' versions of this painting. And what a quick little show that was. Let's take this guy over here. And let's just plop in the old JK-ery. That gorgeous. Should we put something on the gravestone? Should we put something out there? I mean, if we you know, there was a very, very, very well-known person that passed away recently. We could do those initials. We could do whatever we want. You could do your grandparents' initials. You could do, like my grandpa, it was a couple Halloweens ago around that time, and he passed away. And so in one of the paintings, or in a couple of the paintings, I put his initials on the gravestone. You could do it for whoever or whatever. It's all up to you. All up to you. If you get the painting during the live show, that could be how we customize it to you, is by adding those initials. But you got to get the painting during the show. Otherwise, it just doesn't count. And then I would have already done it prior. Okay, so you guys start coming up with a title for this one, right? Let me know what the title's going to be. Let me know. We could do PWJ. We could do RIP too. You could do all the things. All the things. A orange story, because it's like a horror and orange. I feel it. Feel it, feel it. Dude, thanks, Scott. Appreciate you. Yeah, seriously, right, Scott? It was just wild. It's the only thing everyone is talking about. You guys want to see some RIP on there? Okay, we can do that. We could do that. Again, you go in with your odorless mineral spirits back into your Paint with Josh plaque mix or black paint, whatever it is. Right? And then we can come out here and let's go like this. Boom. The best part about the Paint with Josh script liner brush is it's just a gorgeous brush, literally. Makes awesome letters, super sharp, branches, different things for you. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that, guys. Literally. Very easy. There's very thin amount of paint that's right there, right? So it's not really too hard to write over because it's just a little bit of gray that's there. So, again, you guys have been amazing. This one came out fabutastic. I gotta wash 2 more brushes. We gotta come up with a title for it, so start coming up with titles. And like I said, if you get it during the live show, you get to come up with the title forever. It gets to be whatever you say it is. So, if not, we have to come up with a title as a group, which sometimes is a lot of fun. So, type out your title suggestion. What do you think we should call it? And that's really cool. You could do other stuff down here if you wanted to, you know what I mean? But just for a nice, easy little beginner tutorial, that's really neat. Very cool, guys. Very cool. So, hit me with your titles. What do you think we should call this one? And then, if you think you've got the best title, or if you want to grab it, gotta go over to the site and get it. Man, that's really neat. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Happy Hollow. You got Batgrave. I like it. I like it. Dark Landing. That's cool. Bat into the night. Spooky bat. Inside a bat's life. End of summer. Just batty. These are all great. Bat Fall. I like it. Gotham. That's cool. Ooh, what about a river in Gotham or something? Right. Hallow Nights. Spooky Nights. Dark Hollow. I like that one too. Dark Landing. I kind of like that Dark Landing. That's really neat. I like how we save the shadow of the tree too. So it's brighter, brighter, and then you got that little shadow. It's even darker in front of this little area right here. Gorgeous, you guys. Gorgeous. Just fantastic. Okay. Yes! And then, like I said, we're going to be cleaning this up with a little bit of black gesso once this whole area is dry, and then we'll clean that little area up. But for the most part, 99% stayed clean around the edge. Just clean. Crisp. So, all right, let's call it, let's see. I'm going to pick the first name that I see over here. Call of the Bat. I like it. I like it. Let's, guys, can we pin that one? Call of the Bat was literally the first thing I saw. Dark Landing was cool by Scott over there on the tube. Call of the Bat. It's like Call of the Wild. Like it. Like it. Like it. Now let's come over here. Remember, you can grab this one. It's number 2048. Guys, 46. Oh, man, I had it. I don't know what happened, but mods, is it 2048? I forget. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it. 2048. Oh, 48. And we're calling it Call of the Bat. I like it. And the bat sounds like this. Caw-caw! No, that's the Pam Josh bird. Either way, Call of the Bat. Don't watch me write. It makes me nervous, you guys. Painted on 9/11/2025, and we're going to paint with Josh. Whoops. Right there. Dot that. That. You got to go there in order to get this painting or any of the merch, the shirts, the hats, the stuff that we have available for you guys over there. You just got to go check it out. So, everybody watching over on the tubes, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to see your versions of this awesome painting. Can't wait to see your gravestones. Or when you get your stencils, please tag me when you guys are posting those, because I cannot wait to see those things. If you want more stencils, we have about 40 or 50 different stencils in the store right now, all sort of different shapes. And you guys can get them between $5 and $7 hairs. You guys can grab these things. So, until I see you guys on the tube over there next time, which is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I hope you guys all have a great night. And until I see you guys again next time, take care. Have the rest of a good day. And man. My